Hello everyone, and this is a battle with my with my good friend David, also known as SKMuffin. So yeah, here we go. I sent out my Uxie, and he sends out his Uxie, and his Uxie Gurgle is gonna yawn as I set up Stealth Rocks, and then he's gonna take this time to set up Stealth Rocks, and I'm just gonna U-turn to get out of here, and I don't know why, but I did. Uxie will probably come in useful later. So I sent out Swampert because he's not going to take nothing from these Stealth Rocks, and I didn't know what it was going to do, so I just kind of want to roar because I didn't want his Uxie to set up anymore. If it was dual screen also, I don't know. So, and I kind of want to scout out his team. So he has a Heatran, and I'm like, oh man. So I'm predicting a switch that he's going to go back into Tangrowth, and so I Avalanche, and it's going to do nothing because this thing is like huge. Like, its defense is just like, I'm not going to take anything from you. And I'm like, great. So I go back into Uxie, and he's going to use Stun Spore, but misses, and I'm like, oh, that would have been annoying. And so he goes back into his own Uxie or Gurgle, and I'm like gonna set up my dual screen awesomeness, but yeah, and there we go. And this is when I figured out that he had a Sunny Day team. This is his first time using his team, and I've been egging him on for a battle for a long time now, and he's just like, okay, fine, I'm ready. So I'm like, yeah, and I thought he was gonna go like into his own Heatran, thinking that, you know, his Flash Fire would activate and stuff, and it would be like, oh man, devastated and stuff. But yeah, so I went for the Earth Powered Mist. Then he turns and sends out Gyarados, and pretty much I believe just to like scare me off, and it works. I'm like, hi, 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 and I go back into Swampert, and he's gonna take the turn to Dragon Dance, but I'm not gonna have that at all. And so I'm gonna roar him after he I believe he waterfalls, yeah. But it's not going to do much just because Sunny Day is in effect, and yeah. Oh man, it just didn't do much. So I roar, and Gurgles comes out, and I'm like, man, I want to see what his other Pokemon is, you know. Or whatever, so he yawns me, and I'm just like, oh man. I'm just going to do Waterfall, get some damage on this thing. I don't know why, I wasn't thinking, like, why did I do that when it's Sunny Day, but whatever. So I go into my Jolteon, because Jolteon's like cute, and you know, use Yawn, I'm like, man, how bleh. So, and then, excuse me, so I go back into Swampert. I don't know what he was going to switch into, but, yeah, so I switched into Yarn again, or whatever, and, yeah. So here's when I'm like, alright, he knows I'm going to switch, so I'm just going to keep Swampert not in. Whoops! So I go back into Uxie, because Uxie doesn't care if he's paralyzed because he can't see, and I'm gonna set up my my screens again, and yeah, his Heatran is life orbed, and it's gonna do like a crap load of damage to Uxie, because yeah, and I'm paralyzed, so I wasn't able to set up the light screen as well. But then he goes for yeah, Solar Beam, and that gives me another turn to set up before Uxie goes down, and that's sad. But, so I go back into my Swampert, pretty much just to, like, scare him away, but he goes for Earth Power. I don't know why, but, so I went for the Waterfall, you know, no matter what he'd bring out, I'd get damage on whatever, so, and there goes his Heatran. Ugh. That hurt him, like, that hurt him a lot, actually. So he sends out Yarn again or whatever, and this thing's like, oh, look at my hand, it's so cool, it's like out there. I grew hands. What, Avalanche? What? So, like, his Yarn again is just like mad now that I avalanched it while it's staring at its hand. So I go back into Regice, and he's like, yay! I'm Regice! And I took a whole bunch of damage from that Stealth Rock, but then Power Up does nothing because Regice is amazing, and he's gonna use Hidden Power. I don't know. Firefighting, one of them too. I don't know. And so I just beat him, and guess what, guys? Yeah, I get a crit. because Regis is super lucky with his Ice Beam crits. It's funny, but anyways, so he sends out this thing, and I'm like, oh, man. So I Thunder Wave it because I don't know. Even though I'm pretty sure Snorlax doesn't care if it's Thunder Waved, and I don't know if it has rest or not. I just wanted to see like if it's gonna like curse or attack me or what. I don't know. So I go back into Swampert because I don't want it to set up, and I'm just gonna roar it away. Yeah. And my screens were off. I'm like, no. But oh well, stuff happens. So he goes for an Earthquake now, and that does a decent amount of damage, I guess. And I'm paralyzed. I'm like, oh man, are you serious? But you know what? He's paralyzed too, so I guess it makes things even. And yeah, so I roar, and man, whenever I roar, Gurgle always comes out. But anyways, so it's gonna U-turn, and he sends out back. He sends his Snorlax back out, Sir Milky, and I Waterfall, and it's gonna do nothing. Yay! Yeah, so we're munching on our leftovers together. We're both paralyzed together, and we're both like, man, I think Swampert and my Swampert and his Sir Milky were meant to be together forever. So he sends out Poppin' Fresh. He used a AR to get his Rotom heat form and stuff. Oh well. So he's a Sunny Day, and I'm like, Waterfall, and that does nothing. And I go for the Waterfall here again. I have no idea why, but I just do. I just wanted to see like what else this thing was gonna do, and it overheats, and that does nothing. So I go for the Waterfall here again, and I think now I'm just like, alright, this ain't going nowhere fast. So I believe next turn I send in my Jolteon. Yeah, because he sends out his girl as like Stealth Rock fodder. I don't know. And Jolteon's like, I'm Jolteon, and yeah, because I love Jolteon. And he sends out Snorlax, and I'm gonna sub, trying to get my HP count. Like now I realize that it's like, oh man, I realize that maybe I shouldn't have done this, but I do something really dumb here. You'll see in the next turn. I mean, I was just like, I covered my face, and I was like, no, when I did this. I was looking at my team. Yeah, I didn't baton pass. I switched. I was looking at my team like, who should I bring out? You know? And the best choice looked like Dragonite. So my stylus automatically went to Dragonite, and I was like, are you serious? I felt so dumb. Like, you have no idea. But, so I'm gonna get a Dragon Dance up, because I know I can live another Crunch, even with the defense drop. And, my Dragonite has Life Orb, so I didn't want to, like, Outrage, and then take, damage till I die, so I roosted, just to be, I guess, safe. But guess what? He himself gets a crit, and now my Dragonite's like, whoa! School bus just passed by, if you heard that. But anyways, so I roosted again, and he keeps using Crunch, and I get another defense drop, and I'm like, it's now or never. And so I use Outrage, and that's game. His Gyarados comes in and gets the attack drop, but with the Stealth Rock damage, I was still able to destroy it, defeat it, and then all he has left is Poppin' Fresh. But you know, it was still a good game, other than that stupid mistake of me with the Jolteon thing. Oh man, I promise I will never do that again. I will learn from my mistakes, but good game, David. We need to have a rematch, though. We really, really do. So, thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.